This is topic C on page 162, scheduling meetings. Now that you have managed appointments in the calendar to keep track of time for your own personal events, you can begin to use the calendar to schedule and manage events that involve your coworkers and other organizational resources. Using the calendar to schedule and manage meetings can help you manage your time and the time you spend with others. In this topic, you will schedule and manage meetings. So to create a meeting, you go up to your Home tab, and in your new command group, here we have our new meeting command. Now, this is almost identical to the appointment form. The only difference here is you have a to field, because remember, meetings require inviting other people. All appointments are just your own time slots, just for yourself, no invitees. Meetings requires inviting other people and possibly scheduling the use of a conference room or something like that. So you have your to field for your invitees, your subject to give a short description, the location of where that meeting is going to take place. Now for your meeting location, you can see we have a rooms button to the right here. Now we don't have this set up on our Exchange server, but you can actually, the same way you use contacts to invite people, you can also reserve rooms that are set up on your server here as well. So again, we don't have that set up, but you would easily just select a room from that box and it would populate in this field. You also have your start and end times and your checkbox if it's going to be an all-day event. And then in the body of your meeting form, you can add some additional details. Just like our appointments, we have our show as fields for free, working elsewhere, tentative, busy, or out of office. You can also set a reminder for yourself for your meeting. You can also make it a recurring meeting. Maybe you have meetings every Friday at 2 p.m. before everybody leaves for the week. Maybe you have a meeting every first Monday of the month. Whatever that recurrence pattern is for, you and your organization. I'm going to create a meeting for me and Maureen. And this is to discuss our schedule. And we're going to do this in my office. I'm going to have this set for Thursday, and we'll do this at 10 a.m. and we'll just make it for a half hour to 10:30. Now, when I have invitees for my meetings already set up, instead of going back and forth and trying to figure out a time that's good for everybody that you're inviting, we have a very good feature in Outlook called the Scheduling Assistant. And this is on your meeting tab in your show group. This will switch to the Scheduling Assistant view. And this will list all of the invitees, including the organizer, and it has a little grid that shows the availability of each person's calendar. So if I look over on Maureen's line and go all the way over, you can see Friday at, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., it shows this blue bar here. Well, we have a legend down at the bottom, so that tells me Maureen is busy at that time. Same for 10 a.m. This is tentative. She may not be available at 10 a.m. So all of my invitees can have their own line, and I can see their availability throughout the day before I even send the meeting invitation. So you can see this blue bar. This is where my meeting time that I'm about to schedule. So 10 a.m. to 10:30. And you can see Nothing is showing up for either of us as far as the legend goes, so that would be a good time to schedule this particular meeting. So this is a very, very handy feature, especially when you have, a large group of people that you have to invite to your meeting. Is it always going to be open availability for everyone? No, not at all. There's going to be plenty of times that you can't cater to everybody for your invitees according to their schedule. But you can make the best of the situation. And maybe, the one or two people that maybe are not free, maybe they can change their schedules around to accommodate your meeting, or maybe they can just decline your invitation. But it just gives, a better chance of an acceptance for your meeting responses. Okay, so from here, I can send the meeting invitation directly out from here by my send, or I can return to my appointment form, technically my meeting form, by selecting appointment here, and it brings me back to this view, and I can send it out from here if I want. So again, very similar to your appointment form, only you have your to field and that handy dandy scheduling assistant feature. So I'm going to go ahead and send this invitation out to Maureen to discuss our schedule on Thursday. The next video will be activity 7.4 on page 167.